Audio soundbite time. You've got to hear this if you haven't already. It was last Tuesday, Clark County, Washington. Representative Brian Baird, Democrat, Washington, held a town hall meeting to talk about health care reform. And during the Q&A, a citizen named David Hedrick said this.
Yes, my name is David, and I'm from Camas, Washington.
Hi, David.
And but first of all, I want to let everybody know, since this is the thing tonight, that I'm a Marine Corps vet.
Thank you, David.
And like you, I did swear an oath to defend my Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
I heard you say tonight about educating our children, indoctrinating our children, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I didn't say indoctrinating, my friend. I never said.
Stay away from my kids. I also heard you say that you're going to let us keep our health insurance. Well, thank you. It's not your right to decide whether or not I keep my current plan or not. That's my decision.
Now, we edited this. Cheers and the applause went on forever. We have edited this down just for the sake of brevity. But this Marine, David Hedrick, spoke for the American people when he was talking to Democrat Brian Baird. Here's more.
Now, I've heard recently in the media, you and some other people on the national political stage call us brown shirts because we oppose it.
No, I did not. What I said was, and I've apologized for it.
Okay, well, thanks for apologizing, but I won't speak to you, then I'll speak to others. But I'll remind you, a little history lesson. The Nazis were the National Socialist Party. They were leftist. They took over the finance. They took over the car industry. They took over health care in that country. Nancy Pelosi wants to find a swastika. Maybe the first place she should look is the sleeve of her own arm. Now, what I want to know is, you've done a lot of things that violate your constitutional oath, as you know. What I want to know is, as a Marine, as a disabled veteran that served this country, I have kept my oath. Do you ever intend to keep yours?
Yes, I do.
This is just fabulous. Here is this Marine, David Hedrick, a Marine vet, just taking it to another Democrat about the health care plan. But this is also about philosophy. It's not your right to decide whether or not I keep my current plan or not. That's my decision. Stay away from my kids. I also heard you say you're going to let us keep our health insurance. Thank you. Who the hell are you to let us? This is exactly right. And this is happening all over the country. And it's not dying down. It is not dying down. And this was not supposed to happen. But folks, let me tell you something. The Democrats, they're not affected by this. Except as to say, well, okay, how do we get around this? The American people don't want this, so how do we get it past them? How do we ram this down their throats without them knowing what's happening? So hence the discussion of healthcare co-ops and so forth and so on. But I heard this, and I was beaming with pride when I heard this. I sent it to Cookie on Friday. I said, you've got to have this ready for me on Monday, because it's just amazing. We all had doubts. We were all asking the question throughout the campaign, and even the first 3 to 4 months of the Obama presidency. We're asking key question: is our country really gone? Does the country really want what this guy's offering? Have we become a nation where over 50% of the people want to sit around and do nothing and feed off the others? Do we have a country that basically believes the government can and should be the ultimate provider, and whatever we get is hunky-dory and fine, and we should be grateful? I can remember you people calling and asking me this question. I can recall asking it myself, rhetorically, via the golden EIB microphone. And I think with the Tea Parties and now with the health care reform, we're seeing that this is largely, it's like I told you 2 weeks ago, this is a country that's conservative to the core in terms of its principles and beliefs. This is not a radical leftist country. The people of this country did not elect knowingly or purposely a radical left administration nor a radical left party in order to totally remake their country. But I'll tell you, this health care is just one arm of it. The Obama administration is trying, Obama himself is doing everything he can to take over this country in any number of ways. And so you hope you don't get distracted by looking at the main thing they're focusing on. They're trying to change the subject now off of health care back to CIA interrogations because he's losing his base. So he wants to get that back. But I mean, it's heartwarming, but it's a call to political arms because it's not going to go away. These people are who they are, and they're going to keep trying for this. My whole life they've been trying for this kind of stuff. It is the way of the world. They're going to have to be opposed constantly. The 2010-2012 elections are crucial here. Charlie Cook last week saying Democrats in total disarray. He can see them losing 20 seats in the House of Representatives. Harry Reid is in big trouble, and I've got a great story here. There's a quote from a Harry Reid aide in this story. Well, this is the kind of, when you have to carry the agenda for the president, this is the kind of trouble you get into. I can't believe they reported this, but Reid is in big trouble in Arizona, particularly if he is seen, Nevada, particularly if he is seen as spearheading this healthcare thing. If he